All right, so let's start with credit cards now. So credit cards accounts differ in many ways, including different annual interest rates, credit limits, minimum payments, annual fees, billing cycle, and methods of calculating interest. So one of the most common ways is to calculate the interest owed on an average daily balance method. This method, balance, basically is calculated at the end of each day. That includes any purchases, credits, or payments that were made for that day. Now, interest is calculated at the end of the billing cycle on the average of those daily balances. So let's say we have a credit card that has an annual interest rate of 21.99%, and interest is calculated by the average daily balance method. So in a 30-day billing cycle, purchases of $56.75, $184.36, and $49.19 were made on the days 12, 19, and 24 respectively, and a payment of $100 was credited to the account on day 10. If the unpaid balance at the beginning of the billing cycle was $842.67, how much interest will be charged at the end of the billing cycle? And then what will the unpaid balance be at the start of the next billing cycle? All right, so we've got a lot of different calculations to do. Hopefully I left myself enough room. So first we have to kind of calculate the unpaid balance on each day of the billing cycle. So we think about this on the days 1 through 9, because if we remember over here, on day 10, something changes. So we have to have something for days 1 through 9. What was the balance there? Well, that was 842.67. So no matter which day it was, that was the balance. There was nothing added or subtracted there. But on day 10, going into day 11, what happens? Well, we had that 842.67 and we paid the $100. So we're going to subtract $100 there. And so that gives us the balance of 742.67. Then, and the reason why we're doing 10 to 11 is because that's how long it was that way. Then on day 12, through what? Day 12 through the 18th, it looks like. Then we're going to have the 742.67, and we bought something for 56.75. Okay, so if we add that together, that's going to be what, a 2, 4, and 9, and 9, and a 7. So we'll have 799.42. And then on day 19, you bought something, and I can't remember that price, 184.36. And that goes all the way to the 23rd, because we on the 24th we do something else. So this is up to the 23rd. So we'll have that plus that. And so that's going to be, let's see, 6, 2, that's going to be 8. And then that's going to be a 7. And that's going to be a 4, 9. So it's going to be a 3. And then that's going to be an 8. And that's going to be a 9. And so we'll have that. And then on the 24th day, we made a pay or bought something for $49.19. So day 24 through something. So we have 983.78 plus 49.19. And how many days were in the billing cycle? 30. Okay, so we didn't do anything else after that. And so that's going to be 17, and then it's a 9, and then a 2, a 3, a 0, and a 1, if I did it right. All right, so those are going to be the things. So now the average daily balance is found using the sum of the 30 daily balances, then dividing by 30. Okay, so here we have 9. So let's say sum is equal to 9 times 842.67 plus, and we had 2 days here, times 742.67 plus, and then it looks like we have 8 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8, 7 days at 799.42, and then at 19, 20, 22, 23, 5 days at 983.78. And so then after that, it looks like 7 days at 1032.97. And so if we add all that together, what do we get? to use a calculator for that. So that's going to be the 9 times the 842.67 plus 2 times 742.67 plus, we had 7 times 799.42 plus, and we have 5 times 983.78 plus, and then we had 7 times 1032 point, and it was 97. And so it looks like 26,815. All right. And then we have to divide that by 30, because that was the number of days in the billing cycle. So it looks like 893.83. So let's write all that down. So that equals, it was 26,815.00. The average was 26,815 divided by 30, which was 893.83. And so now what we have to do is we have to calculate the interest. And so interest is just going to be PRT. And so the principal was this, the rate was the 21.99, and the T was 30 out of 360. So we'll have 893.83 times 0.2199, again, converting your percent to a decimal, times, and we have 30 days out of 360 days. And so that's going to be our interest. And so if we multiply all that together, so we had the 893.83 times 0.2199 times 30 divided by 360, hopefully 16.38. All right, so that's going to be 16.38 in interest. Okay. All right, so now we says we have to get the unpaid balance at the beginning. So the unpaid balance at the start of the next cycle is, well, that was the original value, which we had was 1032.97 plus our 1638. And so that's going to be equal to 8, 6, 15, 9, 13, and it's going to be a 9, and then a 4, and then 1, 0. So it looks like 1049.35 is going to be the unpaid balance. And so that's what they were looking for the final value on that one. All right, so that's all I have for this section. Hopefully that helped.